Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. My name's Jason if you're new here, and if you do get any value out of this video, I would very much appreciate just a thumbs up on this video and give the channel a subscribe as well if you want more content like this. So what am I sharing in today's video? Well, I'm going to share with you in today's video my actual strategy for building Shopify brands from the ground up. And what you see in front of you right now is our own Shopify brand, our Winster Creations brand, which we've been running since the beginning of 2020. So we're about, we're almost 4 years in, right? But what I'm going to share with you is I'm going to share with you my strategy that we use to build and scale this store, and how we actually use this same strategy to build and scale new stores, which we are doing for now our clients who are using this same strategy. So here's the thing, right? Back in 2020, when we launched this store, we had one strict rule that we were going to stick by, and that was we were not going to use any paid advertising on any paid advertising platform at all. So it had to be 100% organic growth, because I knew that if we tried to grow with paid advertising, there would be a couple of problems. The first problem of all is that we wouldn't be profitable for months, if not years, right? Because of the value of the type of products that we sell. You can see the average order value there, £9.71 over the first year, and that is a low value. So we do a lot of volume, right? We've done over 12,000 orders on this Shopify store. I can actually show you that. If you look at the sales over time, you can see we've done 12,000 orders, over 162,000 in sales. But essentially what I'm actually showing you here is what this strategy can do in such a short space of time, right? And I'm going to share with you exactly what that strategy is, so that you can implement the same thing in your own store if you're trying to grow your own brand. Now, as you can see here, in December 2019, we had 0 sales, and by the end of March 2020, we had over £5,000, as Great British pounds, we're based in the UK, in sales. So as you can see, we went from 0 to over 5k in essentially 3 and a bit months, right? Because we were getting the store together in December, and we launched essentially at some point in December. And then January, we'd done just under £1,000. February was 3.2, and then in March we went to 5. And then we sort of, we peaked at 5.7 in June, but we sort of plateaued. You can see the orders plateaued here. We peaked, and then we essentially plateaued for the rest of the year. And you can see here down on the sessions by social source, you can see that all of the traffic is Facebook and Instagram. So it's 100% organic, right? 100% organic traffic. And I'm going to tell you how we managed to achieve this. I'm also going to tell you why we plateaued as well, right? So how did we get from 0 to 5k, and then why did we plateau? So I'm going to explain to you why that is right now. So how we do this, first of all, I'll explain how we actually do this, right? So and we still do this to this day. This exact same method that I'm sharing with you now in this video is how we actually still do this to this day. And there's one key aspect of this, and it's sheer volume. Now, that's not going to mean anything right now, but when I tell you what that volume is, you'll completely understand how we managed to do this. So here's the thing. This is how we actually get this growth. So what we do is we still do this to this day with stores that we're doing with right now, right? So what we do is we reach out to individuals on social media. So Instagram, TikTok, we didn't do TikTok in the first year. TikTok wasn't really big back in 2020. We did basically Instagram and Facebook. You can see those here. These were the two primary channels for traffic, right? And what we did is we reached out to literally thousands of individuals via DM, via direct message on Instagram and Facebook, and we invited those individuals to collaborate with our brand, with our Winster Creations brand, through something called a brand rep program. This is sometimes known as a brand ambassador program, right? Now, this is the page of this is our Winster Creations store. This is our brand rep program page. This is where people can effectively apply to become a brand rep. Okay, now this is what it looks like now. Back then it looked a little bit different, but essentially it pretty much still does exactly the same thing, right? So what we did back then is we reached out to individuals on social media by the thousands, and we essentially said to them with a DM message, which we templated, and you just used to send this same message out to hundreds and hundreds of people every single day, right? As many as Instagram would let us send us, as many as Facebook would let us send us. And we invited these individuals to join our brand rep program and become essentially a brand rep or a content creator for the Winster Creations brand. And in return, we would give them X amount of benefits. Okay. And the benefits that we gave them back then, it's changed slightly now what we offer now, because obviously, you know, our prices have sort of increased on our store. But essentially back then we gave them a £20 gift voucher to spend in our store every single month. We gave them a £20 gift voucher as a welcome voucher when they joined the program. We gave them a 30% commission on the sales that they generated with their personalized links. And we gave them, back then was a 30% discount. We now do 40% discount because we have higher prices, so we can do it. Because back then we had lower prices. And we gave them a 30% discount as a discount code that they could share with their audience to entice their audience to come over to our store and make a purchase. Now, as you can see right now on this live website, we currently offer a £45 brand rep voucher, and I explained that's because we've increased our prices now. We have higher margins. We offer a £45 voucher every single month, which is worth over £540 to each individual person that comes on board. A 15% commission is now what we pay. We used to pay a 30% commission. Now we only pay a 15% commission because as our program got bigger and we got more sales, we reduced the commission rates of the program to obviously increase our profit margins. And as we increased our prices over time, we've gone from giving away a 30% discount because we had lower prices back then. Now we've got higher prices. We provide a 40% discount instead. And what would happen is that these individuals would join our program. We would issue them with a voucher. They could then go onto the Winster Creations store, okay, and they could browse all of our categories. For example, we've got literally thousands and thousands of products on this website. These are all products that we actually physically manufacture ourselves, by the way. These are all our own designs. Everything on this website is ours, right? We produce all these products, we fulfill all these orders, and they could go on the website and they could choose exactly, with their £20 voucher, they could choose whatever it was that they wanted to order. And they would add those products to the basket. They would check out with their voucher code, and they would be able to receive £20 worth of gifted product from ourselves. Now, you're probably thinking, well, if you reached out to thousands of people, surely not you didn't do this for thousands of people, right? Because that would add up to, if we were giving away £20 vouchers for 1,000 people, that would be, and 1,000 people redeemed those vouchers, then that would be £20,000 in product given away. So no, that's not what happens. So this is what I mean by volume. So you will send you could send hundreds of DMs to these individuals on Instagram, Facebook, or even TikTok these days, YouTube, wherever. And you will reach out to, say you reach out to 100 people. You will be lucky to get a response from 5% of these individuals. Roughly about 5 to 6% is the response that you will get. It really does depend on the offer that you're giving. If you're selling products which people really want, we sell essentially non-essential products, right? These are products people buy, when they want to, when they have spare money, right? When they have free money, people spend money. So when money's tight, people don't buy non-essential products. We sell non-essential products. So if you reach out to 100 people on Instagram or TikTok or any other social media platform, and you invite them to join your brand rep program, and you say to them, well, I'll give you a gift voucher every single month, and I'll give you a welcome voucher when you come on board, so you can spend that right away. You can get the free products right away. And then every month I'll give you a new voucher, and I'll explain why we do that in just a moment. It's really important. And I'll give you a commission. I'll even give you a discount code so you can share with your audience. So we were giving a pretty good offer. So we would reach out to about 100 people, and about 5 or 6 of those people would join our program, right? And what we would do then is they would pick and choose the products that they want, because that's the best way of doing it, because they are far more invested in the products that they're choosing, and they're going to be far more likely to create great content with those products once they receive them, if they got to choose those products themselves, rather than you dictating what products that they must receive, right? So we always let them choose the products. And what we did was we would then ship those orders to these individuals, okay? And they would then create content which they would post to their socials, right? To their Instagram or to their Facebook back then, or nowadays they post to TikTok and things like that as well. And if we go over to the Winster Creations brand account on Instagram, you can see all of this content. And by the way, you can scroll right the way back to 2020 if you want to, just to see that we were posting exactly the same content back then. All of this content that you see here is all content generated by our brand reps, okay? And this is recent posts. This, I think, was posted yesterday. We post every single day on Instagram, right? So you can go back over the last almost 4 years and see posts that we've posted on Instagram. All of it is what you would call UGC, user generated content. This is content created for free by our brand reps, right? The reps that we work with, and we still work with to this day, who order the gifted product that we still supply to them to this day, every single month. And what these reps do, they create content, they share it with their audience, and then we get free content that we can repost, we can use in our own socials, which is what you see us doing here. And this is how we've managed to grow our brand account to over 17,000 followers. And when they share that content with their audience, that drives traffic to the Winster Creation store. Okay? Organically. No paid advertising whatsoever. And what this does over time, this compounds. And the reason why it compounds is because as you add more brand reps to your program, so they come on board, they get the welcome voucher, they place their order, you ship that order out to them, they create content, they share that content with their audience, you use that content to grow your own socials, because that's how you get great content. That drives organic traffic over to your store, you get some sales, right? And then you do that with every new brand rep that comes on board, and then next month you then send out the new vouchers. You send out the monthly vouchers. These are the recurring vouchers. So what happens then is you've then got your existing brand reps getting the recurring vouchers every month. So they're then going on the website, ordering the free products that they want. And you've got the new brand reps coming on board as well, with it doing their first orders. So as you add more and more brand reps, you've then got the old brand reps ordering their monthlies, and you've got the new brand reps with their new welcome vouchers, and it compounds over time. And every single time they're doing this, month after month after month after month, all of these individuals are creating free content which they're sharing with their literally thousands and thousands of followers. So we are reaching a tremendously huge audience across the however many hundreds of brand reps that you scale this to. We actually scaled this, going to come on to the section where I'm going to explain how and why we plateaued. So we actually grew, we reached out to thousands of individuals, and we actually grew to about 150 brand reps, right? Which is where we're actually on about 146 brand reps right now, right? Because we have a process in place which eliminates those who don't sort of continue to promote, right? So we don't continue to send monthly recurring vouchers to brand reps who don't use them, brand reps who don't promote, right? That is part of how our program works. So we keep them engaged, right? And the way we keep them engaged is we require them, this is all done in our email marketing, right? And this is going to sound crazy, right? We do not do any email marketing to customers, okay? That is going to sound pretty mad for some of you, right? It's going to sound like, what the hell? No. The only email marketing that we do is to our brand reps. We only market to our brand reps, okay? And we send essentially 3 emails per week to our brand reps, right? Now, before I go into that, let me just explain the growth and the plateauing. So the growth is like this, is you reach out to 100 people per day, or more, as many as you can do. We literally did thousands of reach outs asking people to collaborate with our brand in the first few months, and that's how we managed to scale so quickly. That is just volume. The more people you in, it's just a matter of percentage, right? At the worst case scenario, you get 1%, but typically we saw with our offer between 5 and 6% would join. We reached out to thousands of individuals in those first few months, and we asked them to collaborate with our brand, right? And we ended up growing to about 150 brand reps by March, right? And with all the content that they generated and all the sharing that they did on their own social media platforms, That's what drove sales from 0 to 5k in 3 to 4 months, right? But because we stopped after that point reaching out to new brand reps, we stopped doing the reach outs, right? We stopped doing the reach outs, and we stayed still at around about 150 brand reps, and we're still at around about 150 brand reps in our program to this day. Okay? And had we continued to reach out to hundreds more or thousands more individuals, then we would have scaled this store much, much further. But we didn't. We stopped at 150 brand reps, and we've more or less been reaching out to enough individuals over the last 3 to 4 years to keep our brand rep team, if you like, at around 150 individuals, right? And that is why we have plateaued. So you can scale this as far as you want to take it based on how much volume and how much free product that you want to give away. Okay? We stopped, bearing in mind that because you're giving away free product every single month, so you're not having to use any paid advertising, but however much that product is costing you to produce and supply, that is your marketing cost, right? So you decide how far you want to scale it. We decided 150 brand reps, £20 vouchers every single month. Well, we now actually give £45 vouchers every single month. And we've got about 150 brand reps in our program right now. So we do still reach out to new individuals, because we are still, there are individuals in our brand rep program who no longer want to continue. Every month that happens. So we do still reach out to a number of individuals every single month, just to try and keep the number of brand reps in our team, the number of individuals who are promoting the Winston Creations brand to their audience, and generating this content for us. We like to keep that around about 150. That is a ideal number for ourselves, right? We like our marketing spend to be at that level. And if you're wondering why that is, it's because Shopify is not our only platform, right? We sell on multiple platforms. We sell on Amazon. We do Amazon FBM, which is fulfilled by ourselves. We do Amazon FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon. We do eBay across multiple accounts. We do Etsy, multiple accounts. We have a drop shipping program, which we work with resellers who resell our products in their own Shopify stores and on eBay, Etsy, and Amazon as well. So we have a very, broad scale of reach across all platforms, so that we are not we're not reliant on any individual platform, right? So we're not reliant on Shopify, we're not reliant on Amazon, we're not reliant on eBay, we're not reliant on Etsy, we're not reliant on any single individual platform whatsoever. Okay, and that helps me sleep pretty well at night. Okay, so we have been selling on you can go to our website, you can read my story. Basically, I've been selling online since 2007, and I have done somewhere in the region of about 3 million Great British pounds worth in sales since then. And I can basically show you, right? So if I go over to where was I showing? If I show you let me show you this. So the sales over time on Shopify here, you can see that on our Shopify store, you can see month by month the sales that we've done over time, right? You can see all the months there, and December is the lowest month because December is, funny enough, the quietest month. So you have a bit of a rush at the beginning of December, and then over the Christmas period it gets super, super quiet. But you can see it's 162,000 in gross. Now, ignore this shipping amount here. Obviously, our shipping hasn't cost £2,400. £2,400 is how much money we've spent on shipping inside of Shopify. Okay, because you can buy labels inside of Shopify. Those of you who know Shopify, you know that you can buy labels in Shopify. We also buy labels through Royal Mail directly through Click and Drop, which this is our Click and Drop account. And since we've been using Click and Drop, which goes back quite a few years, we've done 98,000 orders inside of our Click and Drop account. So you can see order number 98,112. This is up to yesterday. We import these orders from our order management system, which I'll just show you in a second. But effectively, you can see the channel references vary depending on the platform that we sold. This is where all of our products sort of come in to one place so that we can buy labels on Royal Mail and so forth. But essentially, in our order management system, you can see we've up to 214,569. Now, this isn't since 2007, since I started, because I wasn't using this order management system here until about, we built this custom built. We built this order management system in 2012-ish, I think. So since 2012, and this has everything in it, all of our FBA orders, all of our Shopify orders, all of our Etsy orders, all of our eBay orders, everything is inside of this order management system. This is custom built, right? We built this for ourselves. And since 2012, since we started using this system, we've effectively done 214,593 orders with this system, right? So what I'm basically saying with this is I've done a shit ton of orders, right? On all platforms: eBay, Amazon, FBA, Etsy, Shopify, tons and tons of orders on these platforms. I've actually done, if you go to Jason Carl Morgan eBay and pull up eBay, I've actually sold over 100,000 items on eBay, and across our two Etsy stores, Etsy Jason Carl Morgan, we've done 6,870 sales on this store. And then if we do Winster Creations Etsy, we've done 7,662 sales on that store. So we've done over 100,000 orders on eBay, over 12,000 orders on Shopify, over 15,000 orders on Etsy, and the rest, which is crazy, probably another 70,000 orders on Amazon, including FBA as well. So it's an obscene amount of orders, guys, right? It's a lot of orders. But anyway, back to the point of this video. So the point of the video is how we actually drive sales with Shopify, right? So how can you do this in your own Shopify? How can you do this in your own Shopify and grow your own Shopify brand from zero? So there's a link in the description down below which will take you over to my website, which is how to drive traffic and sales with Shopify influencer marketing. I actually done a video on this quite a few months ago, and this video explains how I drove 160 grand in organic sales using the method that I've just explained to you in this video so far. And you can see the screenshots that are on this page are exactly what you see here and here, just so you can see that all of that is legit. And it's 100% organic traffic through Instagram and Facebook, which is there. And you can see this is Winster Creations, a screenshot of the Winster Creations brand page, which you can the brand account on Instagram. You can go and check out. You can follow us if you want, so you can see the stuff that we post. And this is how we did it. So we achieved this growth with our brand ambassador program, and we built a team of more than 100 social media influencers who actively promote the Winster Creations brand to their audiences every single month. And they do that on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook and YouTube. And it remains to this day the number one way that we drive traffic to our store and generate sales. Okay? So what you need to do, because it's changed now to how it was back then, because this setup here is actually integrated with a Shopify app called Shopify Collabs. Now, I'm not affiliated with Shopify in any way. You won't find any affiliate links in anywhere on my website or in the description, nothing. But we use an app on Shopify called Shopify Collabs, right? This is an app you can download for your Shopify store in the Shopify app store, and it's free, and it's got sort of mediocre ratings. And if you read the negative reviews, ignore them, because the reason why there are so many negative reviews about this app is because people don't know how to use Shopify Collabs effectively in the right way. But when we started, Shopify Collabs didn't exist. Okay? We had to do things manually, which means that we had to manually send out the discount vouchers to the brand reps who were working in our brand rep program. It was a laborious process. Now it is incredibly easier, or much easier, for you guys to do this yourselves with Shopify Collabs, and way easier for you to do this and actually find and reach out to potential influencers that you can work with and grow your team. So effectively what you need to do is you need to install the Shopify Collabs app in your store, right? And when you do that, it's completely free for you to do. What you need to do is inside of Shopify Collabs, you need to reach out to all of the influencers on all of the platforms, all the influencers who have signed up for Shopify Collabs, and there is literally hundreds of thousands of them by this point. There may even be millions. What you do inside of Shopify Collabs is you can reach out to these individuals directly, and you can send them a gift voucher inside of Shopify itself, right? And Shopify Collabs handles everything. It handles the gift vouchers, it handles the commissions, it handles the payments to them, the commission payments to them, and it tracks all of their sales. So when they make a sale through their affiliate link, everything is tracked through Shopify Collabs. In the past, we had to do it manually, but luckily, thankfully for you guys and for ourselves now, it is much easier with Shopify Collabs, right? So you reach out inside of Shopify Collabs, you set up your brand rep application page, which is this. This is how ours is set up. You can come over here, you can copy and paste this content if you want, and set it up in the same way. People can join your program. You can send people to this link to join, or you can reach out to them directly inside of Shopify Collabs. This is the recruiting page here, and you can click on their profiles. You can see their audience sizes, which platforms they're on. You can send them the gift voucher, and then they can either accept or decline your invite. But the main thing that you have to concentrate on here is actually reaching out to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people every single week in order to get the volume. Because let's be real, only a very small percentage of people that you reach out to are going to be interested in working with you. This is just so true, and it's so people do not realize the amount of volume that is required to achieve the growth that I have shown you in the beginning of this video. That sort of volume is thousands and thousands of reach outs, collaboration messages to these individuals on social media, asking them to collaborate in exchange for the benefits that we offer. Okay, now the stronger your offer, the higher percentage of people you're going to be able to onboard, but you're never going to be able to onboard 100% of people. It's just not possible, just physically impossible, right? I would say you would be lucky to onboard 10% of the individuals that you reach out, and this is why you need so much volume. Because if you send 100 invites to 100 people, you would be lucky to get 10 actually coming on board. And even if you get 10, what you've also got to realize, and the same thing happened to us as well, is that even though we would get 5 or 6 join our program, not all of those 5 or 6 would actually order. So you might get 5 or 6 joining the program, but you may only get 3 or 4 who actually go and place an order. So there's a drop off at every point, and then the drop off gets worse, because you might reach out to 100 people, you might get 5 or 6 join your program, 3 or 4 might order, but only 1 or 2 will order again next month. And this is how people would drop out of your program over time. Okay, eventually you build a team where you continue doing the reach outs, and you build a team. And we managed to get our team up to about 150. That's where we were happy in terms of what it was costing us to send the free gifted product, and for the results that we were actually getting from the store as a result of that. So we were growing on Instagram, and we were growing our sales as well. And whatever level you want to get to, it's just a matter of volume. It just depends on how much volume that you do, how much money you are prepared to pump into free product to give away to these creators, who will then create content that you can use and that they will share with their audience. And that's what drives organic traffic. And this is how you grow organically. It's not SEO at all. That is just, ignore that. That is absolute rubbish. Your store will generate its own SEO over time just by being indexed by Google over a long period of time. Okay? You will generate natural SEO in that way. So don't worry about the SEO side of things. You need to worry about getting people to know that you even exist. And when you start on 0 followers on Instagram, and you start on Shopify with 0 sales and 0 traffic, like everybody does, nobody knows you exist at all. And the easiest and fastest way to get people to know you exist is to leverage people who already have audiences to tell people about your store. Because if your plan is to create your own content, not only is that content going to be nowhere near as good as the content that these influencers can create, their content's going to be so more varied than what you can create. It's going to be way better. Videos, reels, everything you need to grow your own social media and have fantastic content which actually does get engagement, likes and comments. You're not going to be able to generate that content in any meaningful volume. And we get so much content generated for us that we actually have more content generated on a daily basis than we even know what to do with. So we actually we do a couple of things with this content. We repost this content on our own socials, so we got constant content, and we also use the product images and videos that they generate, and we upload this content to our website, continually improving the product pages for all of the products available in our catalog. So the benefit that these individuals, these influencers, bring to the table is just immense. It's just absolutely immense. I cannot think of a better way of growing your Shopify brand, okay, and growing your own social media platform. There just isn't a better way of doing it. This is absolutely the best way of doing it. And we do this still to this day with new brands that we are now working with. So I mentioned earlier on that we allow other individuals, dropshippers, to resell our products, right? So we have a program, and by the way, if you're still with me in this video, give us a thumbs up. And I just want to say to you, thanks very much for continuing to watch. To be honest, you're in the 1%. Not many people make it this far to the video, but I'm very pleased you're watching nonetheless. So we have a program which helps new individuals launch their own store reselling our products on Shopify, okay? And if you've never seen any of my videos before, then you won't know about this program. But this program is called our Shopify Launch Accelerator. And what this program does is, using the exact methods that I've just told you about in this video, this is how we build stores for other people and get their business off the ground. And what we do with this Shopify Launch Accelerator is we do a 0 to 1K offer with Shopify, right? And that is, we build you a store and we build you one of these brand rep programs, and we build you the full team of brand reps as well, so that we can generate organic traffic to your store. And we prove this by growing your store to over 150 orders and over £1,000 in sales. And then we hand the store over to you so you can grow and scale it by yourself. It is an amazing program, and we are working with a number of individuals right now to do exactly this with their stores. And we are helping these individuals grow their brands on Shopify, reselling our products via this program. Now, to give you an example of somebody we are helping right now, if we head over to the cuppadeco.com, This is a store that we launched back in March of this year, the end of March, in fact, the Cupboard Deco. And if I head over to the admin page of the Cupboard Deco, obviously I've got login access because we're actually physically managing the store right now. So obviously there was no sales in 2020 because we launched in March. So we launched this store on the 29th of March, like so. And if we go up to today, there you go. So we launched on the 29th of March of this year with the Shopify Launch Accelerator program. We built the store, and since then we've scaled the store to over £2,500 in sales using this exact method. Now you're probably wondering, what is the client doing? Right? What is the client's role in this program? And we explain that down here in our FAQs. What is my role in the program? And as you can see, your role in the program is Shopify Collabs. So here's the thing. We do everything. We build the store. We load the store with all the products. We ship all the products for free. Okay, so every product that you sell, we ship for free. All the gifted product that you ship to influencers that we build in your brand rep program, so all the influencers that you end up working with, all that product we ship for free as well. And we do all of this until we get your store up to £1,000 in sales, right? But what we ask you to do is just one task, because we couldn't possibly do this task in any meaningful volume ourselves across all of the stores that we have to manage. Now we can handle the order volumes, that's fine, but doing the reach outs is what we have the client doing. So the reach outs that I was telling you about is how the client drives the volume and the rate of growth of their store. The more reach outs they do, the faster the store grows. So what we have you do with this program is, initially when you start with Shopify Collabs, they allow you to send 100 invites to influencers via Shopify Collabs per week. Okay? Now back when we did this in 2020, we were sending probably over 1,000 invites per week. We were sending about 100 invites per day. But Shopify Collabs only allows you to send 100 per week. So how do you grow quicker, right? So there is something you can do. So you can send 100 gifted vouchers to influencers via Shopify Collabs per week in the beginning. And then to send more, you can send DMs using a DM template that we give you, that we used back in 2020 ourselves. You can use that template to actually DM individuals and actually send them to your brand rep application page where they can sign up for your program. And then after a few months, you can ask Shopify for an increase to your Collabs invite limit, and Shopify will grant you an increase. They may lift you to 250 a week, 500 a week, 750 a week, 1,000 a week. We've seen all of these limit increases. And what that simply does for you is it makes your life easier, because it means you can do all of your reach outs directly inside of Shopify rather than having to send DMs. But in the beginning, you can only send 100 a week anyway, and you can scale up over time. So this is why the growth is slower now than what it was back in 2020, because if you want that growth, You have to reach out to thousands of individuals per week, like we did. But our clients are not able to reach out to that many for two reasons. And that is because of the limit. The collab reach out limit on Shopify Collabs is only 100 a week in the beginning. You can get an increase later on. But you need to establish your store first before Shopify will give you a Collabs limit increase. The DM limit is also a problem, but it was not a problem back in 2020. When you're a brand new account on Instagram, for example, you will be limited in the number of DMs that Instagram will allow you to send per day. Generally speaking, Instagram won't really allow you to send more than about 50 DMs per day without giving you a temporary suspension on sending DMs. We know this because we have individuals in our program who have already hit this limit, have already had the suspensions on DMs themselves. Back in 2020, this didn't exist. You could send as many DMs to as many people as you want, and we were able to grow much, much faster. Now it takes more time. But essentially, that's what we have these individuals do. It's the only one task that you do, is you send these invites out to these individuals every single week. You do it daily, in fact. We recommend doing it daily. We actually recommend in the beginning you send out 15 invites per day. It takes less than 30 minutes. And you can reach out to 100 individuals per week and you can hit your Shopify Collabs limit. Now, if you want to do more, you can send upwards of about 50 DMs. As your social media account gets bigger, you can start sending more DMs as well. But that takes time to grow. And we've managed to grow the Cup of Deco store to over 10,000 visitors since they started with us in March of this year. So if we just go to that date range again, which is up until now. So there you go. So as you can see, all the orders are through the online store. The conversion rate is 3.6. The returning customer rate is 20%. And you can see the growth in the store. And we've done over 400 orders in this store. And we've done all of this through the Cup of Deco brand rep program, which is exactly the same as the brand rep program that you've seen on the Insta Creation store earlier on. And as you can see, they're currently offering these benefits to their brand reps. And we're doing this same program with multiple different brands. In fact, if we go over to Cup of Deco on Instagram, you can see we've actually helped them grow to 640 followers from zero, completely organic, completely real. And all of this content is all content being generated for them by their brand reps in exactly the same way as you saw it being generated for our brand, the Winster Creations, on Instagram as well. So we are repeating the process and achieving the same results with other stores. And this is why I said at the beginning of this video how it works. Okay? This process is so effective in growing your brand organically and driving organic traffic to your store that it is, in my opinion, the number one way to build a brand with Shopify. So ignore all of the rubbish that you've seen on YouTube from gurus telling you how to use paid advertising to grow your Shopify store. And yeah, it's just not the way, guys. It's just not the way to build a long-lasting, sustainable, profitable Shopify brand. whether you're selling products that you're producing yourself, whether you're buying products off a manufacturer or distributor, or whether you're drop shipping like this store is now drop shipping our products. It doesn't matter. You build them all in exactly the same way. So hopefully, guys, I've managed to give you some good insight there. If I have, please give this video a thumbs up. Very thankful if you've made it all the way through this video. If you have, then you are very obviously serious about, you know, making Shopify work with your brand. Otherwise, you wouldn't have sat all the way through this video. If you want my help understanding any of the concepts I've talked about in this video, I do offer a coaching program for Shopify to teach you exactly how to implement everything I've talked about in this program. And you can find all the information from the link, which I'll drop down in the description down below. And if you are interested in working with me with your own brand, then you can come on board into my Shopify coaching program. I will build you a brand ambassador program. I will set all of that up for you, and I will teach you how to run that program in exactly as the same way as I've talked about in this video, and you will be able to grow your own brand with Shopify organically, and I guarantee you that it will happen. If you don't have a Shopify brand and you are interested in our Shopify launch accelerator, then you can head over to, again, the link in the description down below, and you can come on board and we'll build you a store just like the Cup of Deco brand here, and you can resell our products, and we'll build you your brand reselling our products, and we'll grow your socials and actually build and scale your store for you over to 1K or more. What we actually do with the Shopify Launch Accelerator is once we get you to 1K, we actually let you re-enroll in the program. If you want us to keep doing what we're doing, keep supplying all your orders for free, keep scaling your store, and this is what we're doing with the Cup of Deco brand right now. This is why we are continuing to scale it, where we've surpassed 2.5K, and we're now continuing to scale this store completely organically. We're growing the socials for this brand. We're growing the sales, week after week. The sales keep increasing. The number of followers they've got on Instagram keeps increasing. They keep enrolling in this program. Every £1,000 worth of sales that they do, that's the re-enrollment that we give them. And you can re-enroll for the same price, for a very low price, for just $3.95, every additional £1,000 in sales. And we will scale your store as far as you want us to take it. So those are the ways you can work with me. Don't want to go on about too much about that. Hopefully I've given you some value in this video, and please do give this video a thumbs up. This has been a very in-depth video explaining exactly how we drive growth organically with social media, leveraging influencers, and if you implement the steps that I have shared with you in today's video, then there is really no reason why you can't achieve these results for yourself. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next one.